From sidelines to center stage, the Black entrepreneurial revolution. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed colleagues, and fellow dreamers, welcome to a journey that will challenge everything you thought you knew about wealth creation, entrepreneurship, and the power of community. Today, we're not just talking about change, we're igniting a revolution that's been simmering for generations. But before we dive in, I want to acknowledge the brilliant mind whose insights form the bedrock of our discussion today. I recently had the privilege of interviewing Trevor Otts, a visionary leader whose work is redefining success for Black professionals and entrepreneurs across the nation. Trevor isn't just talking about change, he's actively dismantling barriers and building bridges to a more equitable future. His dedication to empowering communities is nothing short of revolutionary, and I'm thrilled to share his insights with you today. Now picture this. You're standing at the edge of a vast, unexplored frontier. The air crackles with possibility, and the horizon shimmers with the promise of untold riches. But here's the twist. This isn't some far-off land. It's right here, right now, in the palm of your hand. It's the new frontier of wealth creation for Black entrepreneurs, and it's as accessible as your smartphone. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, buckle up, because we're about to challenge everything you thought you knew about building wealth and breaking barriers. Let's start with a reality check. For far too long, the world of finance and entrepreneurship has felt like an exclusive club, one with a hefty entrance fee and a strict dress code that somehow always seemed to exclude people who look like us. But here's the kicker. The rules are changing, and we're the ones writing the new playbook. Enter the world of retail investing, the great equalizer of our time. Now, I know what you're thinking. Investing, isn't that just for Wall Street types with fancy suits and even fancier degrees? Oh, how wrong you'd be. Thanks to platforms like Robinhood and others, the stock market is no longer a gated community. It's more like a block party and everyone's invited. Let me hit you with some numbers that'll make your head spin. Historically, only 39% of Black families own stocks, compared to 65% of white families. Talk about a wealth gap. But here's where it gets exciting. With the rise of user-friendly investing apps offering fractional shares and educational resources, that gap is starting to close faster than a New York minute. Imagine this. You're sitting on your couch, scrolling through your phone, and with a few taps, you've just bought a piece of Apple, Google, or that trendy new startup everyone's talking about. No suit required, no Ivy League degree needed, just you, your phone, and a dash of curiosity. But here's the real magic. It's not just about individual gains. When we, as a community, start participating in the stock market en masse, we're not just building personal wealth. We're shifting the entire economic landscape. We're talking about a ripple effect that could transform neighborhoods, fund new businesses, and create opportunities for generations to come. Now, I can almost hear the skeptics in the back. But what about the risks? They whisper. What if I lose everything? Let me let you in on a little secret. The biggest risk is not taking any risk at all. But here's the beauty of it. We're not talking about gambling. We're talking about educated, strategic moves. And that brings me to my next point, the power of financial literacy. You see, collective wealth doesn't just magically appear. It starts with education. It starts with mentorship. It starts with you deciding that you're ready to learn the language of money. And trust me, it's a language worth learning. Think about it this way. If you were planning to visit a foreign country wouldn't you try to learn a few key phrases? Well, consider the world of finance as your next exotic destination. And let me tell you, the locals are friendly and they're eager to teach. This is where community comes in. We're talking about financial literacy programs popping up in community centers, churches, and even barbershops. We're talking about mentorship networks where seasoned entrepreneurs are reaching back to pull others up. It's like a massive nationwide study group and everyone's invited. But here's the real kicker. This education isn't just about learning how to read a balance sheet or understand market trends. It's about rewiring our entire relationship with money. It's about shedding generations of limiting beliefs and embracing a new narrative of abundance and possibility. Imagine a world where conversations about stocks and investment strategies are as common as discussions about the latest sneaker drop or Netflix series. That's the world we're building, one financial literacy class at a time. Now let's talk about innovation, because if there's one thing Black entrepreneurs know how to do, it's innovate. We've been making something out of nothing since, well, forever. But now we're taking that innovative spirit and applying it to how we fund and grow our businesses. Here's a sobering fact. In recent years, we've seen some significant setbacks. Federal programs that once supported minority-owned businesses have been defunded. We're talking about the loss of mentorship programs and a staggering $5 billion annually in capital that used to support minority firms. Ouch, right? But here's where the story gets good. Instead of throwing in the towel, Black entrepreneurs said, challenge accepted. We're seeing a shift away from traditional funding models towards more self-directed and community-driven solutions. Picture this: local networks becoming the new backbone of business growth, crowdfunding campaigns that turn customers into investors, community banks and credit unions stepping up to fill the gap left by big institutions. It's like we're building our own economic ecosystem. And let me tell you, it's thriving. But wait, there's more. Let's talk about the post-pandemic entrepreneurship boom. In 2024 alone, we saw a surge in women-led ventures and minorities launching startups at a pace that would make your head spin. We're talking a 67% increase since pre-pandemic levels. And here's the cherry on top. These businesses aren't just surviving, they're thriving with scaling profitability rates that are leaving national averages in the dust. Now, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds great, but where do I start? Well, my friends, that's the beauty of it. You can start right where you are with what you have. Maybe it's downloading that investing app you've been curious about. Maybe it's signing up for a financial literacy course at your local community center. Or maybe it's reaching out to that successful entrepreneur you've always admired and asking for a coffee chat. The point is, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And trust me, once you take that first step, you'll find a whole community ready to walk alongside you. But let's get real for a moment. This journey isn't always going to be smooth sailing. There will be setbacks. There will be moments of doubt. There will be times when you feel like you're speaking a foreign language in a room full of native speakers. But here's the thing. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. Every moment of doubt is an opportunity to prove yourself wrong. And every time you feel out of place, remember that you're blazing a trail for those who will come after you. We're not just talking about building personal wealth here. We're talking about rewriting the narrative of what's possible for Black entrepreneurs and professionals. We're talking about creating a legacy that will echo through generations. Imagine a future where Black-owned businesses are not the exception, but the norm. A future where our communities are thriving hubs of innovation and economic power. A future where the wealth gap is not just narrowed but obliterated. That future is within our grasp, and it starts with each one of us deciding to take that first step. Let me share a story that illustrates the power of this new approach. Meet Sarah, a young entrepreneur from Chicago. Sarah had a brilliant idea for a tech startup, but struggled to secure traditional funding. Banks turned her down, and venture capitalists didn't seem to get her vision. But Sarah didn't give up. She turned to her community. Using a combination of crowdfunding and micro-investments from local supporters, Sarah raised enough capital to launch her business. She attended financial literacy workshops at her local community center, where she learned the ins and outs of business finance. Today, Sarah's company is thriving, employing 50 people from her neighborhood and inspiring a new generation of tech entrepreneurs in her community. Sarah's story is not unique. It's being replicated in communities across the country. It's a testament to the power of collective action, community support, and innovative thinking. But here's the thing, stories like Sarah's shouldn't be the exception. They should be the rule. And that's where you come in. As we wrap up, I want to challenge each and every one of you. This isn't just a talk. It's a call to action, a call to reimagine what's possible, a call to rewrite the rules of the game. First, commit to your own financial education, whether it's through online courses, community workshops, or mentorship programs. Take that first step towards financial literacy. Remember, knowledge is power, and in this case, it's also as wealth. Second, start investing. Even if it's just a few dollars a week, start building your portfolio. Remember, it's not about the amount. It's about building the habit and gaining the experience. Third, become a mentor or seek out mentorship. If you've got knowledge, share it. If you need guidance, don't be afraid to ask for it. We rise by lifting others. Fourth, support Black-owned businesses. Your dollars have power. Use them to strengthen your community and create opportunities for others. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, believe in yourself and your community. Believe in our collective power to change the narrative, to build wealth, and to create a legacy of prosperity. Remember, every great movement starts with a single action. Every revolution begins with one person deciding to do things differently. You have the power to be that person. You have the power to start a ripple that turns into a wave of change. The new frontier of wealth creation isn't some far-off land. It's not reserved for the elite few. It's right here, right now, and it's waiting for you to claim your piece of it. You are the pioneers of this new frontier. You are the architects of a new economic reality. You are the authors of a new chapter in the story of Black success and empowerment. So go forth and invest not just in stocks, but in yourself and your community. Go forth and learn, not just about finance, but about the limitless potential within you. Go forth and innovate, not just in business, but in how we define success and create wealth. The future is not something that happens to us. It's something we create. And right now, we have the opportunity to create a future of unprecedented prosperity, equality, and empowerment. As you leave here today, I want you to feel the weight of this moment. Feel the potential energy coursing through your veins. Feel the power of possibility that lies within you. Because make no mistake, this is more than just a talk about finance and entrepreneurship. This is about reclaiming our narrative. This is about building generational wealth. This is about creating a future where our children and our children's children will thrive. The revolution is here, and it's happening in boardrooms and living rooms, in community centers, and on smartphones. It's happening wherever Black entrepreneurs dare to dream, dare to innovate, and dare to invest in themselves and their communities. So I ask you, are you ready to join this revolution? Are you ready to be part of this transformative movement? Are you ready to claim your place in this new frontier of wealth creation? The time is now. The place is here. And you, yes, you are the catalyst for change. Let's make history. Let's create wealth. Let's build a legacy. Together, we're not just changing the game, we're rewriting the rules. Thank you.